Detective Hercule Poirot? Ah, Chief Commissioner. On the contrary, it is a most convenient time. The safe passage of a painting? Tell me everything.
If man was meant to travel the oceans in such conditions, he would surely have been given his own fins. A distraction is what one needs. Where is that blasted contact? How is one to prepare for an assignment if one does not have all of the required information? Very well. I shall wait no longer.
Beautiful, isn't she? Pardon, monsieur. The open water. There really is nothing quite like her.
When one suffers from the mal de mer, the beauty, as you say, is rather more a burden.
Forgive me, I just can't imagine being scared of the ocean in this day and age. The potential to see the world is open to even the ordinary man like us.
I can assure you, monsieur, it is not a matter of being scared. And as for ordinary...
I didn't mean to offend, Mr.
I am...
Forgive me, madame.
No harm done. Accidents happen. My cigarette case, where is it?
I didn't see.
You thought I wouldn't notice? A young lady traveling alone. An easy target for you, I bet.
I'm sure the young lady would appreciate the help of two handsome strangers.
Huh. Aha. Oh. Huh. Huh.
young lady should not be left to gather her own.
You are returning home?
I am.
Besides your educated accent, the crest that adorns your cigarette case, it is of British origin.
Very observant. It's the crest of my family, and the case belonged to my mother. I take it everywhere with me. Miss Florence Farquhar, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is ours.
That looks like everything. Except for my powder case.
Is this what you're looking for?
It is!
Miss Babanya.
Anastasia.
It was my grandma.
Well, that's everything now.
I'd be happy to...
Oh, yes. Anastasia. Perhaps I can offer you a token.
That would be
And you.
Detective Hercule Poirot.
a detective.
I did not expect to meet someone of Russian descent on a ship between the great city.
I never mentioned where I...
One did not have to. Anastasia.
And here is me thinking up.
Your knowledge of my character.
And I'll take that as my cue to...
It seems it's just us.
I would very much like to hear stories from your homeland.
As charming as...
Then I shall leave.
As much as I enjoyed the delights of the restaurant, I have spent the first part of this excursion neglecting my... The combination was not a difficult one to remember.
Oh.
Et voilà. One cannot ignore such...
My mother's cigarette case! It's gone!
Mademoiselle,
You're a detective!
as luck would have it. Now, I require as many...
I came to my cabin and began unpacking. I couldn't get the safe working, but the gentleman that helped me with my luggage... Afterwards, I went for a brief walk, and when I returned...
We must consider the suspect list.
That can only be those who were up on the deck when my luggage spilled.
And your helpful...
Yes,
I ask that you gather them for me. And while you...
whatever you need to do to find it.
Oh. Ah. Ah. Mm-hmm. Ah.
Mademoiselle, I thought you would be returned.
The gentleman wanted to speak to the...
I was unaware.
He's not a policeman.
It appears I shall be spending my...
Mademoiselle, I would like to start.
No one. It was in a sealed envelope that I memorized it and threw the paper overboard.
A similar envelope was waiting for me.
After the gentleman helped me with...
If the mysterious gentleman is behind the theft, he went to great lengths to hide his fingerprints. But there are many questions that require answers. The answer was staring me in the face.
Ah. Huh. Mm-hmm.
Magnifique. A fingerprint.
You found one, detective? Ah, how it...
Mademoiselle Farquhar, I shall have your cigarette case returned. Mademoiselle Babagnan.
On the I'm afraid I've done very little, actually.
Alone.
That is a I'm sorry.
There is no need to be
And am I to be used?
I would not dare compare you.
The answer is yes.
Magnifique.
I'm sorry, but it's just...
I've apologized.
And that makes
It was an accident.
an accident that could have...
Gentlemen, is Mademoiselle Farquhar aware?
I wouldn't go as far as... I'm Arthur Hastings.
She requested you to follow her to her camp.
Oh, yes,
Speak with the porter privately?
well, I'm not at...
Then perhaps you will answer some...
What can I do? It is.
I hope you will.
Well, a report...
As I thought. It had perhaps...
When Florence, Miss Farquhar, told me that something...
How so?
I'd rather not say.
It is not I that controls.
You must have noticed the smell of beer on his breath.
That is quite the accusation. And if you were...
I wanted to... I'm what some would call a middleman. I over...
The mention of insurance initially sparked my attention. But the more he talks of his...
It was your work? I can't go into too many details, but I'm meant to be meeting an official.
And it is confirmed. It concerns... I will...
Merci.
This really is an exciting case.
Your enthusiasm has been...
Oh.
Perhaps you and I can have a moment.
I'll tell you the same as...
Intimidation is not...
And
That it...
who said anything?
It does not take a detective.
I was in the cargo hold, cutting something with my knife.
I'm not quite sure you understand.
So now I am stupid.
Do you have the knife in...
I don't. He stole it.
What can I do for you?
Huh. Oh. Oh. Aha. Ah.
Oui.
I shall let you return. Magnifique! A fingerprint.
You found one, detective?
Of course. Whatever. Insured.
Anything or...
I'll stop you. Not for a second. You probably think this silly...
It had...
You caught me.
I must say you raise a very...
Thank... Yes.
You have been invited...
Will you be in attendance? I was lucky enough to have...
Luck. I shall let you return to your...
What can I do for you?
Huh.
Come now. Think on what happened. Come, my little grey cells. We must... I should not be surprised by my own... The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. Hot on the culprit's heels. I must consider the suspects I have in front. He is keen to impress Mademoiselle Farr. Mark Allard, the porter. Evidence, but it was just a ruse. The safe was opened quite... Mademoiselle Babagna. I cannot see a motive besides the obvious value of this. Perhaps the best thing for me would be to return to my cabin.
Ah, detective. How goes the
A good detective. A good...
She found it! Miss Babanian!
I was on my way to speak with the captain when I saw some...
Strange that it was not spotted earlier by anyone.
Maybe the thief was scared.
Miss Babanian. And you, of course.
I find Mademoiselle Babagna's explanation of finding the cigarette case rather... The cigarette case has been returned and the coast is in... Although there still remains a bound...
I suppose you can chalk that up as a victory.
A victory for Mademoiselle Farr.
Well, if anyone asks, I'll confirm.
Very kind. While we are on the matter of truth, Monsieur Arthur Hastings,
How on earth?
You are aware of my employment, but not of my true.
Wait, are you the official?
Oui, monsieur. Please, accept my... When it comes to the nature of our...
A little unorthodox, but...
It continues to grow.
Well, we have a couple of weeks before the gala, so...
One can hope.